idol yan sa ni Mike. Idol yan si Mike, idol.
I'm coming back because, like I said, boxing is always my passion, and I miss boxing for how many years? All years I stopped boxing. Always thinking boxing, and even my house I have a boxing ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball, playing badminton. So that's why I really love exercise, and I really miss.
Manny Pacquiao and Mike Tyson kicked off the first day of their week-long training session today, and the energy in the gym was electric. The two boxing legends went head-to-head in a friendly battle of who looked more sharp and alive. After 2 weeks of training hard alongside his son, Pacquiao invited Mike Tyson to join his camp for a week of mutual sharpening as he gears up for his big comeback next month. While both fighters started off looking strong and full of energy, it didn't take long to see who had the edge in athleticism and stamina.
Time out.
The 13-year age gap quickly became noticeable as Manny Pacquiao kept pushing his training to higher levels, while Mike Tyson's intensity began to fade. But to be fair, it was Tyson's first day back in the gym after a long break. He hasn't spent much time training since his loss to Jake Paul last November.
Give me, baby.
1, 2. All right. Well, thank you, bro.
How much of this comeback is about money, if at all?
No, the comeback. The reason why I come back is because I want to. I miss boxing. I mean, I want to be a champion again, and I can still that. In my heart, in my mind, I can still be a champion.
Meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao has been back in training camp for over 2 weeks following his loss in the Philippine senatorial election. Still, both he and Tyson clearly had a great time reconnecting and getting some work done in the gym. Fans were quick to share their excitement at the sight of two boxing legends training side by side.
Out of the big-time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational his last fight. Oh, it's sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness, that any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than the Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
Manny and Pac-Man look great training together, but honestly, I feel Manny Pacquiao should be facing other legends his age instead of a younger fighter like Mario Barrios. Still, wishing him the best. Another fan said, "My two favorite boxers in the gym together. Glad they never had to face off in the ring. If only Tyson hadn't taken that scripted fight with Jake Paul. This would have been the perfect matchup between two comeback kings. Best of luck to Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios."
He's my favorite fighter now.
He just retired. Yeah. What a great career! Yeah. What a legacy!
Yeah, but I'm hoping.
Another Manny fan joked, "I believe Pacquiao will pull off what he did against Thurman 6 years ago. Watching a fan favorite defy expectations was unforgettable. Hoping he beats the odds again." In the past few days, Manny Pacquiao's training footage has sparked a mix of reactions since he resumed camp 2 weeks ago. While his early sessions showed signs of fatigue, his recent outdoor training clips reveal a more energized and athletic version of the boxing legend.
Sikat.
long ago, Pacquiao gave fans a major hint that he was stepping back into the spotlight when a 38-second video surfaced showing him in intense training. Clad in simple workout gear, the Filipino legend fired off combinations at the heavy bag, with the same fierce focus that once made him an 8-division world champ. The clip, posted by Boxing Kingdom, came with a bold message. The legend is back. Now 46 and nearly 4 years removed from his last fight, Pacquiao is gearing up to face Mario Barrios, the current WBC welterweight champion. Set for July 19th. In Las Vegas, this matchup brings two very different boxing eras head-to-head. Barrios, 16 years younger, is in peak shape and riding a hot streak thanks to his non-stop pressure and sharp jab. But for Pacquiao, this isn't just a return. It's a fight against time itself.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rios.
In other words,
what do you think? You're an expert. What do you think?
I think like Gennady Golovkin looks sensational.
The short video, while visually striking, quickly sparked inevitable comparisons, most notably with Mike Tyson before his return bout against Jake Paul. Back then, Tyson appeared to be in fantastic shape during training, showcasing bursts of speed and power that echoed his prime. But once fight night arrived, age caught up. The energy in those training clips didn't carry over into the ring, and the hype gave way to harsh reality. Now, many fans worry that Pacquiao might be heading down a similar road. Though he trains with visible determination, certain signs raise concerns, like his low guard, reduced footwork, and flashes of early fatigue. For a fighter at the elite level, these subtle cues can be serious red flags. Unlike the polished training montages, real fights demand a steady rhythm, sharp instincts, and the ability to constantly adjust. Going up against an active opponent like Barrios is a whole different ballgame than looking sharp for 30 seconds on a heavy bag. And it's not just his physical form that's under scrutiny. Questions have also been raised about the true reason for his return. Still, despite the criticism, there's been a wave of encouragement too. Some fans believe that punching power is the last thing a fighter loses, and that even with the odds stacked high, the Filipino legend might still pull off a shocker. That blend of doubt and belief perfectly captures the mood leading up to the fight. Nobody knows exactly what to expect, but
my legs is tight.
Yeah, we saw that you didn't use your legs as much, not as much footwork from you, and not as much head movement from you as well. Was it a matter of tightness? Was that the issue?
Yeah, my legs is so tight. That's why it's hard to move.
Do you think that's father time? 42 years old, still doing this, man, going the distance here against yes, look at this. This crowd is so pumped to be here. They came to see you. What do you want to...
But boxing rarely delivers fairy tale endings. And this time, the challenge is bigger than just winning a match. It's about protecting a legacy. Pacquiao is 17 years older than Barrios, who's right in the middle of his athletic peak at 29. Many in the boxing world have voiced concerns about Pacquiao's health going into this bout, and those concerns only grew stronger after seeing his most recent training footage.
What do you think? You think Barrios? Are you joking?
Pacquiao's hands still looked sharp in the 30-second clip of him working the bag, but his footwork seemed a step behind, something several fans pointed out in the comments. One user on X wrote, "Legs are gone." Another chimed in, "The legs aren't there, but that snap and fast twitch still are." A third remarked, "He got winded. First time I've seen him get tired just hitting the bag. Not a good sign, but best of luck to the legend." A fourth said bluntly, "We're about to see a live execution of Manny. Dark days for the boxing world." Meanwhile, another comment read,
He's 46. But he's still Pacquiao.
Years off. No, he's not. I think Barrios.
You said Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao.
In any sport, and especially in boxing where every detail counts, this is a major concern for many regarding the comeback of the native of General Santos, Philippines. It's significant that people close to him, like promoter and personal friend Bob Arum, have spoken so frankly. Manny Pacquiao is an incredible person, and if anyone can do it, it's him. But I'm genuinely worried because of his age and time away from the ring, said the top-rank owner, who calls Pacquiao the best fighter he's ever seen. At 46 years old and coming off a 4-year hiatus, Pacquiao faces a very different challenge compared to bouts with Jake Paul or Mike Tyson. This fight will be against a real boxer, Mario Barrios, who, although not favored by some like Ignacio Beristain, poses a real threat, especially given the significant age gap between the two fighters. Inside the Filipino boxers' camp, they fully understand the challenges ahead and have clearly focused on key areas in training to prepare for any adversity that might come their way. A brief statement from a member of Pacquiao's team to Ali. Sekbok reveals a lot about their mindset going into the fight, where the World Boxing Council welterweight title will be on the line. Justin Fortune, Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coach, along with Buboy Fernandez, his manager, were both present when Sekbok arrived for interviews. However, it was an assistant trainer who ultimately shared some insights when asked about their strategy and predictions. From that statement, it can be inferred that Pac-Man's own team doesn't expect him to finish the fight early. Rather than preparing for a sprint, they seem ready for a full marathon. The big question remains, will Pacquiao have enough stamina to last? The recent fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul stirred up all kinds of opinions both inside and outside the boxing world. Some argued that Iron Mike was too old to step back into the ring, while others believed the former champion would easily handle the influencer-turned-boxer. Among those doubting Tyson's comeback was Manny Pacquiao himself. Known as Pac-Man, Manny...
Boxing like that.
Yeah, because it's lazy, right? Just kind of...
When you do the boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in habit. You become a habit. When you start boxing like...
Woo! Woo!
Like that.
The speed is still there. Woo!
Pacquiao, who retired from the ring in 2021, recently announced he's putting the gloves back on for an exhibition bout against Japan's Chihiro Suzuki on June 28th. Like Tyson, the former Filipino champion clearly still has the boxing itch. Given these parallels, it was only natural that the media wanted Pacquiao's take on Tyson's return. Pac-Man didn't hesitate to show his support for the former heavyweight legend. In a spontaneous interview with Fight Hub, when asked about the Tyson-Paul fight, Manny initially seemed surprised, asking if they were actually fighting. And the reporter confirmed the news.
Manny, what do you think of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson? That fight just got announced. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
They're going to fight, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna fight. Do you think Jake Paul can beat Mike Tyson?
I don't think so.